everyone, so here we are again. Let me quickly add the Instagram. The setup for today, which is extremely risky, but we have to trade as I promised. So this is the trade. So here we are. I've opened the buy around 65. My stop loss will be below 59. With my targets remember, trading at these times, especially at these times, it's very risky trade. It's very risky. People can easily get wiped out, so keep your stop losses. Alright, here we go. No, I never had a mentor for trading specifically. But I was lucky enough to be around people to learn enough about business. They did not mentor me directly, but I was learning from them as I grow. Today I want you to share with me your views on gold. What do you think is the price action going to be? What do you think of the price of gold? Today we saw the yields increase. Other currencies against the dollars are losing. DXY has reached resistance. That is the only reason why I am buying. Otherwise, it is wrong to buy in such an environment where selling is taking over. But I've seen the DXY has reached an area of resistance, so it might as well turn around a bit, giving some strength to gold. But let us see. I've kept a stop loss because I will exit if it hits my stop loss. So this is DXY, and this is gold here. I also have an oil short. I'm targeting 84, but you should focus on gold. Hello Ilirukuz. Sabah, how are you? Alaikum salam. I don't know if you can see my screen from here. Let me try to show you. Remember, everyone who wants to see the setup, you have to go to our YouTube channel at Supreme FX. Remember to like and subscribe, like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that I'm capable of always supporting you and coming on live to trade and give you my 2 cents on the market. Remember, trading is a risky business and CFDs are high leverage products that are risky. Trade carefully. Everything I say here is not a financial advice, but it's only my opinion. If you look at the calendar today, we see the reports. The housing starts came strong for the dollar. Housing permits negative for the dollar, whereas housing starts month over month came positive for the dollar. Very positive. This gives strength to the dollar again and again and weakens gold. This EMA I'm using is the 50-day EMA, and it works well. And the time frame is a 5-minute time frame. Let us see closer to market open. We have pre-market at 5 p.m. and we have American market at 5:30 New York Stock Exchange opening bell. Then at 6 p.m. we have the PM close for the gold market in London. PM fixing of the price. Madhav Patel, that is good. That's a good take profit. Hello everyone. Remember to trade carefully during these times. There are critical and dangerous times. You can see gold is reversing from 65 as we predicted. Let's see how high it can go. Yes, correct. The gold did break out of the 1680 level after 2 years approximately. But what worries me is that this could be a bear trap. A bear trap would be something that is they are hunting for stop losses to stop out people. Number one, and number two, it is a bear trap where everyone would jump in the pool trying to sell when when it fails to break out properly and it goes back inside the trend and it continues its direction up. Remember, fundamentally, gold is gold. Gold is a good investment fundamentally. We can see gold dropping at the short term for many reasons. Why do I think gold is dropping now? First of all, gold is dropping because the Feds are expected to increase interest rates with their main objective is to control inflation. Trying to control inflation and increasing interest rates would cause the dollar to strengthen. Why? People would move their money to the dollar, buying treasury bonds and bank deposits, where they receive an X amount of interest that is increasing from one quarter to the other, depending obviously on what the Feds have been doing on the interest rate hikes. So today, if you have $100,000 and I'm offering you 4% on a 2-year treasury note, would you prefer it, or would you prefer to put your money in gold, an unyielding investment or a financial product? Of course you're going to go for the 4%. But in terms of real returns, 4% would remain negative. Why? Because real returns, it is the return on investment minus inflation. Today we've seen inflation reach around 8.7% as per latest CPI reports. That shows that even your returns of 4% would remain negative. So on a $1 million investment where inflation is at 8.7%, you are losing $87,000. If you are getting $40,000 because of the 4% you're getting from your fixed deposit, you would still be losing $47,000. Gold is a hedge. Gold is used in uncertainty as a hedge. It is a currency itself, and therefore in times of uncertainty it remains a good investment. We've seen an exponential amount of US dollars being printed during the COVID-19 crisis, which caused pressure and inflation on the US dollar. The US dollar is currently, the only reason it is going up, it is its sympathy towards other currencies that are dropping in a yearly or for example, the GBP after 37 years has reached its lows again. Euro reached parity, below even a dollar against the dollar. So we've seen all currencies fall dramatically, which also increases strength in the US dollar. Not to mention the yields being offered by the Feds are high, and therefore people move their money into the US dollar against other currencies, which puts pressure on gold, I repeat and say. But eventually gold has to go up. Gold will have to go up. Not only that, but Russia also is in desperate need of currency. Therefore, it is using its gold and flooding the market with gold in order to be able to supply and buy commodities and weaponry possibly and different products. So they go, and since there's sanctions and rubles are not pretty much accepted in the market, they go ahead and use gold, which allows China and different importers and buyers of gold to buy at a cheap price, which also puts pressure on gold. Not to mention, if the US, a global or a publicly known enemy to the Russians, knows that Russia is using gold as a currency, of course they're going to sell gold to put pressure on Russia and bring the price of gold down, so that what Russia is capable of buying using that, the purchase power of gold becomes less and less. That's why gold is going down. But from an investment perspective, looking at the uncertainty and the geopolitical risk overtaking the market, I expect gold on the long term to go above all-time high. I see gold in a year or two above 2000, and probably in 2 years above 2200 level. I hope that makes sense to you. That is why, if you get the chance, and as I said, this is not a financial advice, but if you get a chance to buy gold at a low price with low leverage, it is a good idea. It is dangerous due to the volatility and due to the geopolitical risk. I want to remind you all today, if you are buying stocks in the stock market, like the S&P 500 or NASDAQ, and as you know, most of those investors have leveraged positions. When they get margin calls and the only liquid asset that they have would be gold, or one of the liquid assets they have would be gold, so they would sell it to cover their margin calls. That causes a drop in the price of gold at the time of the crisis, but afterwards other investors sitting on cash will start buying gold to hedge against geopolitical and market risk. That is why we see gold drop but goes up and above during crisis. That answers Sandeep Demand's question on why it is dangerous times, because gold can be very volatile. And also we've seen gold break below 1680 level, which was the level of support for the past 2 years. Yes, it is a game of patience. You need to maintain patience in this game and have the financial capacity, understand your risk tolerance, your risk profile in terms of risk tolerance, and your risk capacity as well, your financial capacity. I'm a day trader, but yet I always look for opportunities. If I see the market's volatile, I understand the price action and I try to understand the range of which gold could move, and I avoid having limits anywhere in a smaller range. So for example, I see gold moving in the range of $30 to $20. I do not trade $5 scalps. I wait for a $20 to $30 move to take a counter position. Also, remain with the trend. The trend is your friend. I hope I'm answering your questions. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. You can see my setup here. What is important for you, I only go on live on Mondays, and exceptionally I do sometimes push the Money Monday session for Tuesdays, but I always try my best to come in live at least once a week. But it's very important for you to stick around and ask all the questions you have. I have immense experience in trading. I've seen the ups and downs. I've made money, lost money, and I can benefit you a lot from my experience. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments section below. This is an opportunity for you to have an expert advice or an expert opinion on the markets and on the technicality behind trading. I think the Feds will eventually stop the rate hikes and gold will start going up. The Feds, however, pledged to maintain and do whatever it takes to control inflation. So 3 minutes until pre-market and the US session starts. I prefer to trade the US market. It has the highest volume, so you see the biggest moves. And it's better not to trade all markets because sometimes you can open a position in a specific market and the other market can come with a harsh move and counter it. You have to be very careful. Don't trade often, but trade quality. Well, is the market creating liquidity? I'm not sure. The reports today were not of high impact. Don't forget, ahead of Feds, I want to show you here on the live economic calendar. Let us look what we have for the week. Today was Tuesday. I wanted to show you tomorrow is the interest rate projection, Fed interest rate decision, and this is the FOMC economic projections and Fed press conference. This is extremely important, and ahead of such news, gold tends to consolidate, That is why we might not see a big move in gold today ahead of such news that is coming out tomorrow from the Feds with their projections on interest rates. We could see range trading today. Also today, I advise generally that you stay out when such news is near the door. Okay, it's pre-market 5 p.m. right now as we speak. You can see the price of gold pushing a bit up. Namaste. Remember everyone, if you want to see my setup clearly, please go to our YouTube channel Supreme FX. Make sure you hit on the like button and you subscribe, hitting on the bell button so that you are notified every time I go on live. I sometimes like to surprise my viewers by going on live abruptly and come up with a sudden signal when I see something that is opportunistic in the market that I feel like sharing with my viewers. Yes, high chances. Let us see. I'm coming back. Let me get a quick cup of coffee. Coffee is the best, I'm telling you. Oof, everyone vanished. I didn't know you like my presence that much. You're watching me or you're watching the screens? Where are all the traders? Can you check the USD CAD? I can do that for you, Sahil, but not here. We can do it and discuss it through DMs on Instagram, but not during our live session. This live session is strictly for gold and sometimes oil and silver. Who loves coffee? Tell me. Who enjoys a nice cup of Brazilian coffee early in the morning? It is 5 p.m. here in Dubai, but I like to believe I'm in the US. Why don't you ask Tiger Shroff if he likes coffee also? Does Tiger Shroff like coffee? Good afternoon to you. Thank you all for joining. Rosh, congratulations. Coffee is for men. Coffee is for men. Tea is good. Tea is good. Did you know that there is more caffeine in tea than there is actually in coffee? The only thing is that you brew coffee more than you brew tea. That is why you receive caffeine from coffee more. But if you brew tea enough, you could receive more caffeine from it. Yeah. Raj. You've always had a good taste. I used to drink back in the past, but I stopped. I no longer drink. I enjoy my coffee. I think coffee is good for me. But I enjoy my cigars though. Let me show you some of my cigars. I'm now trying a new brand from Nicaragua. I usually like Cohiba. Cohiba suits me very well, and it's important for you to understand your cigars. I tried Romeo and Juliet, and I didn't like it because it gave me a headache. I moved to Cohiba. Cohiba worked tremendously for me. Now I'm trying this cigar from Nicaragua. It's called Corum. You can see here. Tastes good. I mean, it's nice for half an hour, but when I go further with it, down an hour, and I finish it completely, I start feeling nauseous. So I prefer to have half a one a day. There are short cigars that you could buy of the same thickness, but yeah, I just chose to buy these ones, but it's a good one. Cigars are good. Cigars, coffee, and manhood. In days where manhood is diminishing. And I got the DuPont. This is limited edition, gold. Keeping it halal, exactly. Exactly, Ahmed Hijazi. I keep it halal, brother. I have also a nice here cutter, my cigar cutter. As you see in the movies, they try to cut fingers here. Should we try? Should I try to cut my finger live on YouTube? Also same color, goes very well nicely with my cigar case. Imagine the other day coming from Georgia, they stopped me and they said you have to throw this in the dustbin. They said you cannot take this on board because it's a threat, it's a weapon to them. I don't know, I will hijack a flight going on cutting fingers maybe. I'm telling you. Or he was just trying to take it from me, that guy. Looks like gold is turning around, ladies and gentlemen. It is bouncing off the EMA, 50-day EMA, on the 5-minute chart time frame. And it's moving in a positive correlation with oil. When gold is going down, oil is going down. Interesting. I have shorted oil, and look, I'm already in profits on oil. Analysis on gold. I was just explaining to everyone here that right now the Feds are increasing interest rates because their main objective is to control inflation, and plus they are trying to punish Russia. Tell me if you guys agree. I think the US is trying to punish Russia by bringing down the price of gold. Why? Because Russia is using gold as a currency when we know their currencies are sanctioned. Their currency is sanctioned. So they try to use gold as a currency in order to buy different equipment, different possibly weaponry, I don't know, and different products. That's what the US is working on. In the name of controlling inflation, they are putting pressure on gold, I think, to put pressure on Russia. But another thing is the currencies. The currencies have depreciated tremendously against the dollar. They've weakened against the dollar. That is why we have seen the DXY basket with where the dollar is dominant, going up. I think right now it's around. If I look at DXY, it's 110. I don't know how much more can this dollar keep going. Also, the market is already factoring in increased interest rate hikes tomorrow with the projections, with the forecasts. So it is obvious that. Plus, we broke below 1680, technically speaking, which is a major support. We have seen for 2 years it has been holding. But over the long term, I say with geopolitical risk, uncertainty in the markets, and tomorrow when the markets get the big hit, when they see interest rates is going up and up and up, and don't forget interest rates are lagging, which means there's latency. It takes time to take effect on the market. Even if we see economical reports coming out as good as they seem to be, this is not the fact in my opinion. I think the economy will show the truth eventually, and we will see that it took a toll because of the interest rate hikes, and that's when gold will start shooting up. That's another thing, Nikhil Kalal, I love your answer, and that's another thing I forgot to point out to you. If you have seen that silver and gold usually move in there's a positive correlation. When gold goes up, silver goes up, and vice versa. But we have seen silver gaining for the past few days while gold is going down. Very, very good point to point out, Nikhil. My ongoing trade and update, I have opened at 1665. My stop loss will be 1658.5, and my first take profit will be at 75, second at 78, and third would be at 85. I have shorted oil and I am in profit already. Yes, it's black coffee. Black coffee. I keep it strong, no sugar. Not like those people who add sugar, add honey. I don't know what do they add nowadays to their coffee and tea. I'm telling you, you lose the proper taste of the coffee beans. Raj. First of all, thank you for your kind words. The academy was supposed to start, but we are going through some restructuring here at our firm. That's why it's taking a lot of my time. I couldn't start the academy, but soon we will put the right people in place and we will start the academy. That is a promise. Just give it some time. Well, I do deep research. That's the thing. I always do deep research. I do not just jump into a trade because I have to jump into a trade. I need to understand it's an investment. I'm putting in money, hard-earned money. I mean, I just cannot jump into a trade just because I looked at a chart or whatever. I have to understand what is going on in the economy to understand over the long term if I take a position, am I on the right side? That's how I do it. That is why I prefer to buy the dips, because I think fundamentally gold has to eventually go up. Well, because I run a business, so I have to look at different screens, obviously. Also, I look at multiple asset classes, so I need to watch them all at a time. I'm using these two screens and my TV to watch Bloomberg News. But I also have here, when I'm trading on behalf of some clients, because I do some account management here at my firm, I trade on behalf of my clients. I have here 4 screens. I also have 3 other phones and my laptop. where I trade on behalf of my clients. Right now, I do not have many open positions for my clients because I think the market is dangerous right now and I'm waiting for the right opportunity. Yes, Raj, I think we can organize something for you and the viewers. We can all jump on a Zoom call just to have just to get to know you guys more. Suraj, love back at you from Dubai. I think I can do that for all of you. I think if you all agree, we can all get on a Zoom call and I can answer your questions. I can share with you a Zoom link one of those days. Just let me settle a bit because as I said, I'm going through some restructuring here at our firm, but let's do that, no problem. Looks like gold is dipping. This is not the best scenario for us, but let's wait and see. Patience. Yeah, let me organize this Zoom call. Let me organize it. Yes, Raj, you're welcome, obviously, as usual. Let me organize this Zoom call. Let's do it. Let me organize. Just give me some time next week and I'll organize it. We can do a post where all of you can jump in and we can start discussing. Yes, gold is dipping, unfortunately. But let us just be patient a bit. Let the market open and we see that 6 p.m. Fixing in the London fixing close. PM close, London PM close. I closed my oil position in profit. Alhamdulillah. Yes, Ahmed, possibly, but let's wait and see. I mean, just now I give you an example. Ahmed Hijazi, a dear friend of mine since childhood. We were school buddies. I give you just now in oil. I was about to get stopped out. And I didn't. Even last week, if you remember my gold buy position, I almost got stopped out and then it went back up. So when you put your stop loss and you take profit, you just let go. We will expand eventually into India, Nikhil, but let us work it out. As I said, we have big plans for Supreme FX. We want to make sure all our clients are happy and achieving the best. So we will be moving inshallah into India, yes, soon. Just give it some time. We will do something big, all of us together. Me and you, all of you together. All of us together, we will do something great in India. And before I come to India, I will let you all know, so we all meet. No, I will not close my gold position. I only closed my oil. Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow, wow, wow. I'm trading live.
Huh?
I'm trading live. Yeah, no problem. Tell me.
Different emergency.
Okay.
My wife is something with lots.
Yeah, no problem. No problem, brother. I'll see you tomorrow.
I will need to.
Inshallah. Yeah, yeah, I understand. We'll speak after this. I'm on live now. Okay, speak later. No worries. Anything you need? Okay. Let's see. Let us see. No, I have not used smart money concepts. Hello, Mr. Josh. As I mentioned, there's no specific number, but approximately maybe 12 to 15, roughly. If I don't see an opportunity, sometimes I don't trade. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep watching, and we see we are almost stopped out, but let us see what is going to happen. I will need to pop off this call. Thank you all for joining us. It's a win and a lose trade. Not every time you get a winning trade. So let us wait and see if we do get stopped out. We might not. Thank you all for joining us. See you next Monday on the Money Monday. Yeah, well, it's pumping up again. Let us see. Yeah, let us see. We are not stopped out yet. But I really need to pop off this call. I need to do some urgent calls. So we shall discuss later. Thank you all. Thank you very much for joining us. See you next Monday for the Money Monday, where we bring you our trading signals and we trade live. Remember, keep your stop loss, trade carefully, and good luck.